Okay. What else? Oh, the Stripestep Socks. Say that 3 times fast. My goodness. So here's what the picture looks like. So a couple things. Oops, let me get out of there because it'll make it blurry. I don't know if you noticed this. This is how unobservant I am sometimes. I'm definitely a big picture person. Sometimes the little details for me really get lost unless I force myself to focus on it. Morgan pointed out, and I had not even noticed that the front of the sock, I've got all my yarns attached. So here's what happened. I'm knitting on the front and I'm like, I'm so impatient. I want to see what the back is going to look like, because on Stephen West's sock here on the pattern, he kept the same colors on the front and back, but I am going to be switching. So on the front, I'm using the main color, Mad About You, sorry. And then the mini here is Everything Nice. And then on the back, I'm using the main color again, of course, and Lilac. So I was so anxious to see what it's going to look like that I may have put my front stitches on hold and started the back. So here we go. There's the back. How awesome is that? I'm loving how Mad About You is knitting up. And then the stripes on the back are much thinner than the stripes on the front. And what Morgan pointed out that I did not notice is that the front is garter stitch, but the back is stockinette. That's interesting, isn't it? And I got to tell you, it's not difficult to join them. I'm just now looking at my joins. That's not especially pretty. Sorry, I've got this to show that that's my beginning of round, because sometimes I get lost. So I need to remember that this side is the beginning of round, or beginning of row, really. So there's that side. So on one side, you literally just slip the front stitches onto the back side with those stitches. And then when you go back, you knit those two together. On the other side, oh, that join looks a little bit, I don't know. My joins are not all that pretty, honestly, but I don't think you'll be able to tell. I don't think you'll notice it. On the other side, you do a slip, slip, knit. I don't remember if it's the beginning or the end, honestly. I got to read the pattern. This is what happens when I have too many whips going on, is that I don't remember what's going on with any of them. Anyway, since I have all these yarns going, I've got them organized here on my little table beside me. And I think I'm going to make these shorty socks. I don't think I'm going to make them super long. It is because it's definitely not, they're fun and I'm enjoying it, but it's not like it's it's not that knit round and round and round and round you go and then you're done. It does, there's some different moving parts. And so, yeah, so I think I'm going to make them shorties, and I'll wear them. I'll still wear them. So they are for me, by the way. They're not for Ben. He decided I wanted to do the sparkly sock, and he didn't think that he really would want a pair of socks and sparkly socks. So I said, okay, then they're for me. But he's getting the bear paw socks anyway, so no need to be greedy. Okay, so Jana says, I would knit socks if someone else did the heel turn. I'm curious why, because Jana, if you can do the heel flap, you can do the heel turn. Heel turns. That's just my opinion, but maybe you've had a different experience. So... oh, Janice says, do we want to get a group together to go to the Southern Tin Whiskey after the trunk show? Okay, I'm going to be jealous if y'all do that. So here's the deal. I have my brother that I think I mentioned him, that lives in Ohio. He's an over-the-road truck driver. I get to see him, I don't know, once a year, once every 2 years. And he's actually coming to Lakeland tomorrow. And so he'll be with us tomorrow night and Sunday. So I have to get right back after the trunk show. So But I hope you all do it. You're going to have a good time, I know. All right. Oh, see, you've got several offers. There you go, Jana. I expect to see some socks. Laura will do it. Valera will do it. You could do knit both socks. Send one to Valera. Send one to Laura. There you go. I love it. I expect to see some socks. Okay. Okay. In fact, that's all the current whips that I have. So let's talk about Jana's colorway. So Jana, y'all know she's a music teacher. If I say anything wrong, Jana, you correct me. She is a music teacher over in Melbourne, and she also runs a crochet club for some of the girls in her school. I don't know, is it only open to girls, or I'm guessing that's just who all is in there. And I've met at least one of them I know at a trunk show. Jana brought one of the lovely young ladies that's in her group, or was in her group at the time. So wonderful thing. But Jana asked me to dye up a special colorway for them. So using the same technique that I did with, if y'all remember Young Woo, it was a speckled neutral colorway. But she wanted something with that technique, but using silver, like a slate blue and a navy. So this is what I came up with. So this is one of the extras. Jana's, yours are already tagged and bagged and ready to go out the door. So I have to tell you what's funny is that I tried really hard to make sure, because Jana was like, I don't want any pink. We know this about Jana. And so I was like, because you all know that different dye powders sometimes will break, some more than others, into their individual colors that make up that dye powder. And so I was like, okay, I got to find some that don't break. And I have the blue that I wanted to use, the slate blue. I was showing my Dying to Knit people this. Oh, I did a reel, so y'all probably saw it. I was speckling with a liquid blue because the pure blue that I was going to use, just the dye powder, it breaks. And there is pink in there, by the way. It'll break apart into some pinks. And I was like, well, can't have that. So I made a liquid concentrate and I speckled with the liquid concentrate. So that's why you don't have some of those lighter blue speckles are not like pinprick so much at all, because I used liquid. So, and then of course I used navy, and then I had some of my silvers will also break. And actually I have some navies that will break too, but one of the things that I do is I have sample paper towels, sample sheets of different dye powders, and so that I can see what they look like when I speckle with them. And so I found some that did not break. But what I thought was interesting is that there were a few skeins where a little bit of orange showed up, and there was one skein, this one, look at this, y'all. It was like God was saying, let me get you. So anyway, obviously this didn't go in Jana's batch for her young ladies. This is one, I dyed up some extra. So these are all on Trusty DK that I dyed them up for her club. But she asked me to dye up some extras, and then I will put them on the website. I haven't put them on there yet because I thought it seems kind of weird to put them on the website before Jana even gets hers. So they'll go on the website next week. So anybody really could order some, and I'll keep it in stock for a little while to make sure that any of the girls or any of the family members who would want one can get one. So it is, I named it, I hope this is okay, Jana, the Pineapple Pioneer Stitchers, which is kind of the name of I don't know. I hope that's okay as a colorway name. If you don't like it, hurry up and let me know, and I'll quickly print out some new tags for you that you can stick over the others. And then I did dye up also some minis that I think these are already on the website. I dyed up some charcoal and also slate. I think these are in Trusty Sock, but I dyed them on Trusty DK minis as well, just because if anybody wants to get contrasting colors, they can. And there will also be some pomp and circumstance will go up eventually on the website too, once I get those finished dyeing for the Coordinating Cousins pre-order. Speaking of that, the Coordinating Cousins pre-order is still up. I've started dyeing them, but I just left them up because I haven't officially dyed them all, but those will go away on Sunday. So we have Prim, which is that gorgeous. Look at that blue. Oh, I might need that blue. I mean, I think that's a good blue for me. So that's Prim. And then Proper is the combination of the blue, the Prim blue, and the lilac color that was on our main Dying to Knit colorway. And then, of course, Pomp and Circumstance is in there as well. Those are all a part of that pre-order, which, like I said, that will go away on Sunday. And then what else do we have here? Oh, I did dye up, because I've got one of my shop samples is my Cumulus blouse with the vintage colorway. So I did dye up a few skeins of vintage on fluffy lace. So if you're interested in that for any projects, that is on there as well. Oh, Deb said her club skein arrived today. Hey, Deb, how you doing? So Jana, I can bring some tomorrow with me. Yes, I'm glad you said that. Let me set that out so that I remember. I remember thinking about it earlier, and then it left my head. So I'm going to set that skein there so that I will remember I will bring, I think I have 3 extra skeins right now, but I can dye up more. So I can do that. Yes. Thanks, Liz. One of your girls would have loved it. Oh, well, maybe I should set that aside and we can like swap it out and she can have the pink. All right. What else did I have? Okay. I posted a picture of this and I think I showed it last week. Don't forget, it is not too late to join the we are in January, the January Fiber Challenge over in the Swan City Stitchers. This is the prize. It is a skein of Love is in the Air, a one-of-a-kind colorway on Swanky Sock, and you get a mini on Cat's Meow in the colorway Cat's Meow. That is on Trusty Sock Mini. So, by the way, and with that, you just post any pictures of your whips, your FOs that you are knitting for yourself or that you have now completed for yourself in the month of January. And if you post it in the thread, that is obviously where that challenge thread, then that counts as entries. And then if you post it in the overall group at large, do me a favor and put hashtag selfish stitching.